Saturday night, O.G.I.C. Howdy, everybody. I hope everybody is there. I'm here. I don't know if you're there, but we'll find out if you're there because I know I'm here, I think. I'm going to say hi to my brother Doug and to Shar. Hi, guys. Hope you're doing well tonight. It is chicken and dumplings tonight. And that's actually a pretty good meal. It's kind of a chilly fall night, and chicken and dumplings sound like they're going to fit the bill just right. So I'm just going to kind of hang here for a minute and blab away to the camera, and we'll see if anybody enters the room. I don't want to get started too early, you know. I've got, like an hour to kill here. If I do it all right this second, then I'll be left with the rest of the hour with nothing to do. So I might as well do nothing right now. It's a good time.
Janice is here.
Hi, Janice. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Chicken and dumplings. I completely forgot to put up a reminder and do the stream thing until like just a few minutes ago when I was getting stuff set up, and I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't get it set up. So all week, I guess no wonder John asked if I was going to have a stream tonight. There wasn't any stream listed, so jeez. Go figure. So I got, this chicken's going for it here. I have been cooking this chicken for a while. I want it really nice and tender, just some chicken thighs, but I don't want it falling off the bone. And I'll get making this stuff here in just a minute. Let's see if any other folk come in, like maybe John or Tim, the Crazy Dad Show, and so forth. So I'm going to give it just another couple minutes here. We got Crazy Dog, so if you see a bump in the camera, that's just going to be our doggies walking by a kind of crowded area.
John's here.
Hi, John. Welcome. I was just telling Janice that if you see the camera get suddenly like bumped or jolted, where we're set up in the kitchen, there's kind of a narrow pathway where the dogs can come in from outside, and every now and then they're going to bump the leg of the tripod. So, sorry about that. But hopefully we won't have anything major catastrophes like it totally falling over or something. So, chicken and dumplings in the works tonight, and I'll probably mention this again here in a little while, but I'm kind of looking for something cool to do for my 200 sub video coming up, because I'm less than 20 now from getting my 200th subber. So I want to do something different and whatever. So if you got an idea within reason, I would like to hear it. So let me know on that, and I'll probably mention that again here in a little while. All right, that chicken is cooking. I put these, I'm just going to make a small batch of these chicken and dumplings. No sense in making a huge pot. It's just me and Mrs. Old Guy. But, so I'm just using a couple of good size chicken thighs. And I put them in the water to cook about three hours ago, so they've really rendered out nice, and I'm sure that most of the flavor is going to be in that broth now from like the bone and whatnot. So here in a minute I'll get it pulled out and I'll start getting going with the rest of the stuff, and I'll let the chicken cool long enough for me to get it broke up to put it back in, and blah blah blah.
John says this is one of his favorites.
Is it? Awesome, John. Yeah, it is mine too. But, it's funny. When I grew up, I didn't eat the dumplings like I'm going to make tonight. My mom would always use the Bisquick mix, and she'd have it's pretty much a chicken stew in a pan, and she would scoop the Bisquick mix on top of the chicken stew, put it in the oven, and that was chicken and dumplings. But this is actually going to be dumplings, so slightly different than what I grew up with, although I do have fond memories of it, that's for sure. We got our little baby girl, puppy dog still, and she's kind of running amok tonight. She's in a really playful mood, so we might hear some growling and playing and fussing from her and her mama. Come on, chum, stay over here, please. Come on. Come on, say hi real quick. Come here. Come on. There we go. Here's Chumley. Say hi, Chumley. Say woof.
John says he's making chicken Alfredo using spaghetti squash for the noodle.
Interesting. I like chicken Alfredo. It's one of my favorites. Make my own Alfredo sauce. It's just delicious. Come here, Polly. Can you stand up for the people? Let's let people say hi. Say hi to Polly. Hi to Polly. She doesn't like to stand up like Chumley does. And I got the whole family in here. Go on now. Like I said, forgive the camera bumps. It's going to happen. All right. I think I'm going to get this thing going. Grab myself a bowl. And I'm just going to... There's them chicken thighs. Just going to set them out onto a bowl here. Let them cool a little bit for me to deal with. I'm going to pull the skin off of them.
Tiny Asian pastry girls here.
Oh, hi Sherry. Hi Wes. I hope you're both there anyway. Thanks for coming in. Chicken and dumplings. I'm just getting started really. The chicken's been cooking, but I really haven't done anything yet. Just kind of pulling this chicken out.
Saying hi to Polly and Chumley.
They're awesome doggies. I'm just going to add a little bit of red onion just because I had it. And like I said, this is going to be pretty small batch. Pretty small batch. But it's going to be delicious nonetheless. All right. Spilled half of them on the stove here. Okay, so what I've got to do...
It's just Sherry.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. Really, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming in and, watching. And hi, Bailey, if you're watching. Sherry's got the cutest puppy. If you haven't seen her vlog on Bailey, you should check it out. He's really a cute little pup. All right, so in with the chicken, I just had a little salt and pepper, and that's pretty much it. I did use a little bit of bouillon, just a little bit of stock. I think I put in maybe a tablespoon of the chicken stock here. And
John says he's having Oreo cheesecake for dessert.
that sounds delicious. I'm going to have bite-size eclairs. So, yum. That sounds good too, John.
Bailey says hi.
All right, so I just got a bag of regular old mixed vegetables, beans, corn, carrots, and peas. Just gonna add some here. Crank this up. Let these cook up a little bit while I make the batter for the dumplings. That's going to start here in just a second. So, I want to know what plans, if anything, that folks have got made for the upcoming Halloween weekend. Anybody? just curious. You're gonna go out, going to a haunted house, gonna just stick around at home and give candy to the neighborhood kids. Just curious. I've got some stuff coming up on it, but it's kind of a secret for now. All right, I guess I'm just gonna pull this chicken off here really quick. Get the bone out of here. Cool a little quicker. Not that it needs to be cold. Wow, steaming hot. Let's get rid of that bone. Sorry for turning my back on you for a second here. Got to get them bones out the way. All right.
John wants to know if you're gonna make pumpkin pies out of the pumpkin on the table.
Out of the little one, I am. This big one, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I might make a bunch of pumpkin bread. Might make a bunch of pumpkin bread. I got to get this chunk of skin out of here. I don't necessarily want to put that back in. Another piece here somewhere. All right. That's better. So, dumplings are like super simple to make. I'm going to pull out my little cookbook here just because there's a lot of recipes in here and I don't remember everything. So, but this is my little personal handwritten book here. Oh, how nice. Just right to the page. Everything all right still, Mrs. Old Guy? Kids are playing around the cords a lot, so stay down there, little girl.
Janice says that they'll probably be at Knott's Berry Farm during the day and at home handing out candy.
Nice.
And Tiny Sherry says that she's just going to stay home and pass out candy.
Awesome.
And John can't go nowhere because he's on house arrest.
Uh-oh, well. That's a bummer there, John. But you can make the best of it, right? And I remember one year when I was, I don't know, maybe 14, 15, something like that. Getting to the age, maybe, you know, where people kind of questioned whether or not you should be out trick-or-treating. And so I told my mom that I would be handing out candy that night. She didn't have to do it. And they had rocks in their garden area right up against the house. Grabbed a handful of rocks and I did a Charlie Brown to every single kid that came to the house. And while I was giving away the rocks, my buddy and I were eating the candy, and I thought we got away with it pretty good. Until at the end of the night when my mom dumped the remaining of the candy into a different bowl and found like a half a dozen rocks that I didn't pick out. And yeah, I got in trouble for that one.
Crazy Dad's here, cereal pile.
Tim, glad you're here. Hi, Sam. Jeez, everybody's here tonight. Yahoo! Glad you're all here.
Crazy Dad said that he just got back from an 80s birthday party.
Oh, nice. I'll bet that was fun. You mean 80s theme, is what I guess you mean. Okay, a little oil. I'm just getting this dumpling stuff put together here. So I'm glad everybody's here.
Says, wow, that's a huge pumpkin.
It is. It is a good sized one. Bought at a local. That's a local pumpkin, growing at a farm nearby. So, and a little bit of oil. So this has got just a cup of flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I got to get some baking powder in there, and about a half a tablespoon of baking powder. And a little bit of oil. Some water. That's it. Dumplings are super simple. Okay. Put that back up here. Let's get that half a cup of water. Okay. So next week I have got Uncle Les's recipes, or one of his recipes coming up. And it is pizza burgers. So be sure and come and check this unusual recipe out. I guarantee it'll be something new for you. Pizza burgers. All right.
Janice wants to know how much that pumpkin cost you.
This pumpkin was $7.99, I think. $7.99 plus tax, so a little over $8. Not too bad.
John says, Tom, eat some chicken and dumplings for me since I can't get Jim beamed over to work.
Yeah, well, that's right. He wanted to be beamed over when on Val's stream a little while ago. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this up till it's, I don't know, just right. So, can't be dry. It's got to be a little bit loose.
Sherry says, burgers sounds yummy.
Mmm. Yes, ma'am. Pizza burgers. It does sound yummy, doesn't it? I can hardly wait myself. I can hardly wait. All right, wait, I got to get a couple spoons. Crash. All right, so I'm going to give those veg just a couple minutes to cook. The dumplings, especially as small as I'm going to make it, are only going to make or cook. Bleh. The dumplings I'm going to make are only going to take 3, maybe 4 minutes to cook. They're not going to be real big, so I want the veg to have time to do its thing.
Crazy Dad says, awesome. I can't wait to see some pizza burgers.
Well, Uncle Les, I want to thank you for providing the recipe, and I would like to ask, send me an email, because I would like to know a little bit of background about the recipe book that the recipe came from. So that would be awesome if you could do me that little favor and just send some info if you have any. So that would be great. Kind of would like to know where they came from, that kind of thing. So, and that's not the only one I'm going to do. It's just the first one, just so you know.
John says, Tom, how about bratwurst coleslaw burgers?
Bratwurst coleslaw burgers. Yeah, I mean a burger with a brat on there and some coleslaw on the top. That'd be all right. That's something to think about. Something different, that's for sure. Got another crazy candy corn episode coming up pretty quick. In fact, I got a few of them going to be coming out here as we get a little closer to Halloween. There'll be, a little more. So looking forward to those. I like the candy corn craziness. I'm just curious. I mean, I really don't like candy corn that much. It wasn't my favorite as a kid. So just, how many people really, liked candy corn? I am curious. And I have seen different flavors of candy corn now, I guess. I think Janice just reviewed, I don't remember what flavor it was. But Janice reviewed a different flavor of candy corn. That might be all right, but just regular candy corn, I don't know. It was good in ranch. It was good in range.
Crazy Dad says, yep, I can do that. I believe it was in a local cookbook from a store in Ohio, but I will find out from Uncle.
Awesome, awesome. That would be great. Yeah, just any little information like that would really be really cool. That way, next week when I actually do it, I got a little bit of knowledge why I'm making it and where it came from and so forth. So.
Eric Jones is in the room.
Eric Jones.
Candy corn and as a kid, and I hate it now.
Who said that?
Eric Jones.
Eric Jones. Well, first of all, welcome into the kitchen. And yeah, I didn't like it much either. I really didn't. I would eat it, but I ate it kind of in a strange way. I would always bite off the little white tops and throw the rest away. I know that's weird, right? But that's how it was when I was a kid. I guess I liked that much of it.
So a couple things to catch up here real quick.
Okay.
John says that he has that recipe from friends on YouTube as well as our Larry's Lounge.
Okay.
So, and then John says he loves candy corn, but he don't know if he will try it with ranch dressing.
It was good. It was good. Just blend it on in.
Sherry says Wesley likes candy corn, but she's not a fan.
Okay. Well, okay.
Janice says we had pizza burgers at Knott's. It was just 2 small pizzas as the buns and a burger patty with cheese inside.
Yeah,
Great.
I saw that. Yeah, it did. It looked really, really delicious. It really did. That's one thing, Janice. I'm always a little bit jealous because, I mean, like you're right there in an area where, like, there's all kinds of food, and especially in places like Knott's Berry Farm where they really try to have a variety of stuff, or, because I imagine they get a lot of people from a lot of different places. So, to have, a big variety of unique foods is kind of cool. Plus, not to mention the state fairs and all the other stuff. So, yeah, a little jealous. You get to try all that yummy good stuff because there's nothing here. Nothing. No, nothing.
Jenna said that she can eat 3 or 4 pieces before it gets too much.
3 or 4 pieces
Probably candy corn.
Candy corn, yeah. It's not good. All right, so I'm going to drop these in. I got a little more liquid, I think. A little more liquid. I need them to float. So I'm kind of risking it doing it in this small of a pan, but we'll see if it all fits when I'm done. If not, I guess I can always switch over to something bigger real quick, right? Nothing in the cookbook says you can't do that. At least not mine, anyway. Gotta wait till this comes up on a boil. That's kind of like... No, it's not like that at all. I was going to say it's kind of like Arlo Guthrie waiting for the bar to come around on the guitar again. And but anyway, if you ever listen to Alice's Restaurant, does anybody here, really, does anybody listen to Alice's Restaurant on Thanksgiving? I do. We always play it at noon on Thanksgiving. If we don't get it on a radio station, then we'll just play it. But yeah. Show of hands, Thanksgiving, Alice's Restaurant. And second question, how many of you have seen the movie Alice's Restaurant? Starring Arlo Guthrie. Just curious, how many people have actually sat down and watched the movie?
John says he'll be handing out nasty flavored candy on Halloween.
That just sounds like the kind of guy you are there, John.
Jenna says we also get to try some bad tasting stuff.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet it's not all good. Alright, so just little spoonfuls here. Just going to drop them in.
Eric Jones says that he has that on he gets it on his phone.
Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guess I had a little bit too high. It's alright. I'm just going to keep putting these in.
Jana says no to both questions.
You know what?
No to both questions.
Ah,
She hasn't heard it and she hasn't seen it.
and what are we talking about?
Alice's restaurant.
Ah, okay. Well, have you heard of Arlo Guthrie? Like City of New Orleans song. I'm not sure other songs to mention, but well, this thing made a huge mess. All right, I don't think it's going to overflow anymore. Well, Janice, if you have it, it's about a 18-minute song, I think. Give it a listen to sometime. It's kind of a funny song. Definitely a song of its times. All right, I'm going to try and wipe up some of this here chicken mess that I made. All over the top of my stove. It's even smoking. What do I got to do? Turn the thing off to cool down?
Turn it all the way around.
Darn thing. It's raging hot. I wanted to turn it down a little bit. I don't want to. You're not supposed to like heavily boil them. You just kind of want them to simmer, a little bit. All right, they should be all right though. Once these dumplings cook, I'm going to add the chicken back in, and if it needs it, I'll give it a little bit of thickening. But my guess is it probably won't need a whole lot.
John says it tastes like strawberry on the outside, but on the inside tuna or boogers.
What are you talking about, John? Candy corn?
Nasty flavored candy, I guess. And Eric Jones says, yes, it's a long song.
It is. It's a good song, though. I think these dumplings are doing all right. Looks like they are. I don't know if you can see that. How well that's kind of puffed up.
John's going to be dressed up as a cake.
A cake. I'm almost afraid to ask, John, what kind of cake?
Keg. K-E-G.
Oh, keg. I thought you said cake. I was gonna... Any particular kind of keg there, John? Like a particular flavor of beer? Like Heineken or something? Keg of Coors? Almost ready to put this chicken back in. I want to give these just another second. Cooking pretty good. Yummy chicken and dumplings. And so now, Shar, this doesn't excuse you because I made this for Doug. I know he's been talking about chicken and dumplings, and you mentioned it so that I would make it, and I made it. So now you've got to make it for Doug. You can't not make him some chicken and dumplings. That's not fair.
John says a Coors cake.
Coors cake. Yep, I kind of figured. Okay. See if I can get most of this chicken back in here. Let it get warmed back up. This is turned into a nice thickish gravy. Lots of chicken. Whoop, there's that other piece of skin. We can do without that.
Tracy Dad says chicken and dumplings are one of his favorite classic dishes, and that he loved when his grandmother made it.
Yeah. I only saw my grandmother a couple of times, because she lived like 1,300, 1,400 miles away. So, but chicken and dumplings. It's a real, I guess, traditional, classic comfort food. Great for like us tonight, it's chilly out. Fall, it's going to be in the upper 30s or lower 40s tonight. Yeah, definitely a good thing to have. And speaking of having, this is just about ready to eat.
John wants you to send him some coolers or some beer.
John, you're on house arrest, bro. You know, I don't want to get you into more trouble. You know?
Eric Jones says that his friend has a food truck and he puts Alice's restaurant as his ringtone.
Nice. That's awesome. I like that. That's cool, yeah. That may almost, kind of really makes sense for a fast food or for a food truck. Let's see here. Can I get into my own door? Spoon for Mrs. Olga. I already got you one. That's a little. I need an entrenching tool. I'm gonna have to work on this setup here a little more. All right. I think these are ready. Get ourselves a little serving spoon here. Two dumplings.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. I'll come around over here. Be right back, guys. Don't freak out. Giving Mrs. Old Guy her food. Because we definitely, whatever we make here, whether it's something kind of gross or something really good, that's our dinner. So you can believe that. We can waste no food. All right. Got to make sure I have a couple of dumplings here.
Yeah.
And there's a gravy. It's not super thick. It's kind of in between thick and thin. Can you guys see that? Chicken and dumplings. Doug? Let me get that your way. Can you smell that? Smells great.
Crazy Dad says pizza burgers are great to make for National Pizza Month.
I never thought about when is National Pizza Month. I know they have a National Pizza Day. A little salt and pepper on this. Oh yeah. Salt.
Tom says you and Val should do a cook-off.
Yeah, I guess so. Val doesn't seem to think he has any cooking skills, and I disagree with that. But, that is what it is. All right, let's try a bite of this dumpling.
Sherry and Janice says it looks really good and delicious. All through October, he says. Crazy Dad said.
And what was it? All through October?
National Pizza Month.
National Pizza. Well, then I guess this definitely fits the bill. Definitely doing the pizza burgers. And how's your chicken and dumplings?
Yum.
Awesome. The dumplings are cooked pretty well all the way through. They might be a little bit soft in one spot.
They're good.
Wow.
John said don't forget to eat some for him.
I promise, John. There'll be enough for Mrs. Old Guy lunch tomorrow, so I'll eat that for you then. How's that? Does that work okay? Hope you're not too hungry now. So you can see this doesn't take very long, really, to make a batch of chicken and dumplings. Well, about 20 minutes, maybe. Not counting the time it took cook. Not counting the time it took to cook the chicken.
Cereal File says yummy.
Mm. 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 That is so good. The dumplings are cooked through so they're super moist and kind of spongy. It's kind of like you soaked up the gravy with a biscuit. Oh man, they are good.
Eric Jones says, what was your temperature outside today? Here in Arkansas, it got up to 89.
I don't think it got warmer than about 50 today. It was pretty chilly most of the day. In fact, this whole next week, it's just going to be getting progressively cooler during the day. I think we're going to get like a one day with around 60, maybe around 60, but the rest of the days are going to be 40, 50. Pretty chilly. Well, it's fall. Winter's coming. So, you know, if it would have been any cooler than it has been, we'd have had snow already a couple of times.
Crazy Dad says, call him crazy, but he puts ketchup on his chicken and dumplings.
I've never tried that. Have you? Yeah, I don't know. You ketchup on it? That sounds new. You know, I'm not going to call you crazy. Well, I mean, I'll call you crazy. You're our Crazy Dad show.
John says his uncle puts mayonnaise on his chicken and dumplings.
Mayonnaise? I put a little salt and pepper. And that's about it. I tell you, dumplings are good. The veggies are good. Piece of bean stem. That's not very edible. Maybe it is. Maybe I should get a whole bunch of them, cook them for a really long time, and put them in a shell, pie shell, and bake them and make some bean stem pie. No, I don't think so. It was an idea. That sounds like one of John's ideas.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
Crazy Dad says, but then again, he uses ketchup for everything.
I like ketchup, but I don't. Yeah, I don't suppose I get overly zealous with it. I cannot stop eating this. These dumplings really turned out nice. Super tasty. So I'm still need more suggestions. So don't forget to throw them out there, okay? And since there's a few of you more in the room now, O.G.I.C is coming up to 200 subscribers. I've got less than 20 more to go to hit my 200th subscriber. So I'm looking for some ideas to do for my 200 sub episode. So some kind of ideas out there for that would be cool. I'm kind of at a loss. So if you guys think of anything, let me know. I would really like to hear some ideas.
John says to try the chicken and dumplings with flour tortillas on the side.
That would be okay. I guess it. I got enough carbs as it is with the dumpling. I mean, it would be okay if you're not worried about your carbs. Which I really need to cut back on. Really do need those ideas, folks. I run out of them. The ones that I had weeks ago. I'm running completely off of viewer suggested things. So You got to help me. I'm running out. I do have a few Uncle Les's recipes that I could fall back on. So at least I got that.
Crazy Dad says that he's eating fried pickle and ranch dip with some lime tortilla chips.
That sounds good. A little snack. Well, Tim, since you seem to be a kind of an adventurous guy with foods, maybe you should try making yourself a snickle. Make one for you and Uncle Les to try, or maybe one for you and Nate, or make one for each one of you. Just, you can watch my video. I got 2 of them out. I did one with Val over at Trippy Foods, and then I did one on a live stream a few weeks back. I think it was the first episode that I had Arthur and Olivia on. We did deep fried bacon wrapped snickles. And for those of you that don't know what a snickle is, it's a pickle that's been hollowed out and filled with a Snickers. And then breaded or wrapped with bacon, breaded, and deep fried. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad at all.
John suggests beef stroganoff with mashed potatoes on the side.
I love beef stroganoff. All right, do you have something to write with, Mrs. Old Guy?
Yeah.
We wrote it down, John.
And Eric Jones says brown beans and ham hocks.
Awesome. Write it down, Mrs. Old Guy. Gee, thank you, folks. Really, this helps. And I'll try to let y'all know a week ahead of time what's coming up. And this is so good. I got to grab me another dumpling. Really good. Really, really good. All right. Well, I got a few more minutes. So, I'm also taking suggestions, of course, within reason, for any odd candy corn recipes you may have seen. I have a few coming up already in the works, but if I could throw in a few more, you could either write me at my Gmail, Old Guy in Colorado, and drop me ideas there, or you can drop a couple suggestions here. If it's something I've already got in the works, then I guess it'll get done. Or if it's an idea that I haven't seen yet, I might try that. So please do, in your craziest candy corn dreams. Candy corn ranch was pretty good. As a dip on a chip, it was kind of strange. I have to admit that. It tasted a little bit like a creamsicle, orange creamsicle. So it wasn't that great on a chip. But as a salad dressing on the salad and on the chicken wings, it was really good. I liked it. It was really good. Candy corn ranch, who would have figured?
John says candy corn guacamole.
Candy corn guac.
And suggested chalupas and Spanish rice.
Oh, that sounds really good. Whose suggestion was that? John? Okay. Chalupas! I can't say as though I've ever made a chalupa. I suppose that would be interesting for me to do. So, yeah. We'll definitely put that in the lineup. I really wish you guys could taste this.
Eric Jones says he's a 51-year-old Southern guy and he knows his comfort.
Well, ham and beans You know, it wasn't that long ago that just, you know, I didn't do a video or anything, but I really had a hankering. I did do a video. The live stream, that's right. Had a hankering for white beans and ham. We went on that. So, hey, we'll do the brown bean and hams too. Brown bean and ham. We're going to do that.
Or SOS, John says.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would do SOS. But really, SOS, unless you're really going to go crazy and like bake your bread and all that, SOS, you know, you could put that together in about 10 minutes. You know, on toast, you know. But anyway, it's not a bad idea. I like SOS, especially if it's made with real chipped beef, which is virtually impossible to find. The closest thing they got is that Armour stuff in a jar, the dried beef. They're try to find real chipped beef somewhere. It's hard to find, and when you do, it is super expensive. So I doubt if I ever make it that way. I just use the cheap stuff. Just use the cheap stuff.
He suggested shepherd's pie. John.
Shepherd's pie? That's a good idea. Except the only problem with shepherd's pie is Mrs. Old Guy can't do the potatoes. So I guess I could make a couple of small ones, make one without potatoes for Mrs. Old Guy and one with for me. Yeah. I try to stay away from the stuff that really needs potatoes just so that Mrs. Old Guy doesn't have to miss out, or so I don't have to try to cook two separate things. So, but that's something that I guess would be easy enough, just to make a small batch of mashers. So.
Janice said candy corn cookies or candy corn peanut butter bars.
Okay. Write that down. That's a decent suggestion. I wonder what like candy corn marshmallow treats would be like. I'll have to look into that, Janice. That's not a bad idea. Make a sweet with it instead of a savory, which is, you know, kind of where I tend to take things when I'm doing sweet, unless it's a dessert. I don't know if you can hear these kids over here playing, but sometimes they get kind of loud. Right now, they're not too bad. But all right, well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and call her good. I'll be back next week, next Saturday, with the pizza burgers. And really, you guys are going to want to come back and see this one. I think it's going to change your mind on how you think a pizza burger should be. I can almost guarantee that. So it's going to be a really different episode. So please come and see me next week. So, and for other folks, I'll be seeing you soon. And the rest of you, have a great week. I will see you next week. And like I always say, please go out and help somebody in the neighborhood. Yeah, right. Go to the local food bank and give them an hour of your time. Go to the local senior center, help them serve lunch or something. Just give back an hour or two to somebody that needs it. All right? I'm going to get out of here. Y'all take care. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Tiny